things that we've learned through our experiences, but giving it a little bit of a different flavor because, especially for me, I know so much information is out there about what is healing and things you should, and I'm not discounting it. There's a lot of really great information out there, and you should be making yourself available to it.
That's no joke, man. I mean, if y'all understood, like, I'm actually getting like a doctorate from all the things I'm learning.
I call it a re-education.
It really, really is from the ground up, because some of it, y'all just have no clue about, you know, the lies we are told that
And
we
we're
think
about to
that
clue people in.
that's why we're doing this.
Yes.
It's so many lies that we're told that we have no idea about, because we're so engulfed in, you know, we have to pay our bills, we have to live like responsible individuals, you know, and in that, you know, that's why dance life is so important to me, because I feel like I broke the chains of the corporate lie. You know, I had to.
And mental slavery.
Mental slavery
That's where it
is
starts.
definitely feeling like you can't go any further. You know, once you come to a point where you feel like you can't go any further, then you got to make a change. You got to make the best change for you, and that's basically
Doing what you love.
Doing what you
we
love,
hope to
and not settling.
get that message over and over again as live your whole life in love. And when I say that, you know, please know that I understand receiving that, how, you know, depending on what level of, you know, understanding you're at with what I'm saying, that's a difficult thing to do because it requires courage. There's people who, since I've practiced this for so long, they will straight up react to me like, are you for real? Or, you know, they don't know how to take it sometimes, that they equate maybe being happy in this world today as being unintelligent, or maybe you're uninformed. Yeah, you're uninformed, or only you must not be intelligent, because if you had any intelligence and you had, you know, real information about everything that's going on here, you'd just be as miserable and worried and everything else as I do. There's not a possible way you have a better solution than I do.
People forget they have a choice.
And they do have a choice. And I've experienced both sides of it, and it's just all I can share with anybody is what I found to be most helpful for me. Right. And a lot of things that were most helpful for me are things I was never taught any other way. And so I think the's more people.
Words don't teach.
Exactly. That need to have the experiences that we have had. And if you've come to a new perspective about it, that needs to be shared, because that's true wisdom. And I finally feel, after almost a decade of re-educating myself and doing what I call the true work, the great work, which
Baby,
is
a genius. Y'all don't know who y'all talking right now. I'm trying to tell y'all something.
I didn't have the confidence yet to speak, but it's because I was still in the process of doing the processing and understanding. And now that I've kind of witnessed this process happen with you over the last year and how that's progressed, I finally have the confidence to know that it's wisdom now that I have to share, not just understanding, which takes it to a different level. And so I hope to be of service with everything that I've learned through the contrast of what's not healing and what is.
And understand, y'all, that this woman is so brilliant and so remarkable to me, because she lets me lead us. She trusts my judgment. She trusts my ability to protect her, to provide for her. She treats me as though there is nobody else.
You
know what I mean? And to have that kind of feeling, you know, makes me want to do so much more for her. I mean, I'll get up in the morning, I'll cook breakfast, I'll do dishes,
Best omelet maker ever.
And she does that all by herself. You know what I mean? She's self-sufficient, you know, but anything that I can think of to try to make it easier for her, I want to do because of how she makes me feel. And you know, that's one thing that's missing, and a missing ingredient in, you know, relationships that where you've been with somebody for a long time. You know, we can slip out of that by not giving the same attention that we used to give.
Yes.
And I vow to my baby. Like, she don't have
Keep
to
loving.
she don't have to worry about that. You know what I mean? I tell her she don't have to worry about any other female,
And I don't.
there is no other female. You know what I mean? There is not any other female that's gonna make me feel like she makes me feel. So don't even try it. Don't even try it. You know, I had to shut down some friendships, you know, because it's not that I don't care about them. Of course I still care about them, but it's
Right.
disrespectful to baby if I continue those relationships in the manner that I was, because I'm not going to talk about what happens between me and her with anybody. I'm not going to talk about anything of what we used to do, because I don't do that. So I can't actually be the same person that I was in the relationship that we had before, because
Sure.
I've grown past that.
Sure.
I do things totally different now. And I'm so thankful that, you know, my days are productive. My days are constructive. I get to be creative. I get to use my time and energy for balance and the right rest, and to focus on new creative ideas. And she's so creative that it's just an explosion of art together. And you can see it through the dancing and the pictures. So this is just the beginning for us, you know. And these morning, we do this every morning, like every morning. So
And
y'all
this
miss
for us. We're just sharing it with you, and it's just because of, you know, one aspect
We care
that we're
about
doing.
y'all.
We care about you, and
we want y'all to have a
genuinely
great
love
life.
you. Yes, and you know, have the courage enough to open up about who we really are.
Right.
It's important that you know who you share
I
a
mean,
space with.
there
I know
you
you
go.
can feel it. I
There
know
you
you
go.
can feel it anyway, but you know, you deserve, you're worth us opening up to you, so that you know who you share a space with and what we're trying to create, and with the intention with which we do so.
Right.
That it is for, you know, this is what we love, and doing what we love is what everybody should be doing
Right.
in the world. And
And
if we have
using-
any example to provide, that's the one that we should be providing.
And make
we want
sure-
you to know where it comes from. You
Right.
deserve to know that.
Definitely.
That we have your best interest at heart. If you are in the room with us, we are interested in the elevation of your spirit and the filling up of your heart with joy, because music and dance especially, it's magical. It is nourishing in a way for the way that us magical beings work. It's medicine. It's
really
real
is.
medicine. It's real healing, and I applaud every single person who steps into that room and has the courage to feel good and let themselves be filled with joy and live in the moment, because what that carries through into your life is healing beyond anything that I as a nurse could have ever told you to do. So I applaud each and every person who has the courage to truly be a better them. It's an extraordinary thing, and I'm blessed to be a part of that, because that's what happens with what we see every time we have class.
Right. And just be mindful of your environment. You know, that's what's one of the biggest things that's changed for me.
Everywhere.
My environment, where I go, the places I choose to go, are places that I know fit me, fit my mind.
They should do that to your
fit my
spirit.
lifestyle.
Yes.
Fit my spirit.
They should feel
So, you know, be careful of who you have around you, because we don't realize the toxicity that we're being filled with by certain people we hang out with, because we love them, and they might do things opposite of what we do. But I didn't realize how much of an effect that had on me last year with everything that I was doing. I had toxicity in certain people's agendas
Sure.
for me, certain people's ideas, you know, because when you're planning on going up and you have somebody that says they want to go up but aren't actually doing that, and then they become a part of your life, you're not gonna go up.
Right.
You're gonna stay down no matter what you think, because those people that you're hanging around with, they're not where you are.
No.
You know, so if you're letting toxicity in through, it could be your family, it
Yeah.
could be a friend, it could be a
some of
relationship.
those things are the hardest to see, because they're so
Right.
close to you,
And I
they're
truly
people that you
care.
love.
And
Absolutely.
there you go. You said it. I truly care
They're people that you
about
love.
these people,
That's right.
but you have to make the best decision for you.
Yes.
And sometimes, you know, we hold on to memories and we hold on to, you know, that good time that we had. But we got to grow up, man. We got to.
Sometimes that means this is.
It's not going to stay the same way.
It's the philosophy I've said so many times to you when we have this discussion. I had to learn, because I got in trouble with extending myself too much in the wrong directions.
There
and
you
I
go.
had to learn that because I am such a loving person, if you come into my realm, I have to love you.
Right.
Because that's who I am, regardless of what you're doing. But I had to learn my love is unconditional, but a relationship with me
It's not.
is not. A relationship with me has conditions.
Right.
And I had to really get okay with
Letting people go.
yeah, exactly. Letting the wrong types of relationships for me go. Even if they were good people. I'm not
Right.
saying, and I've had to let relationships
All the people that
go.
I dealt with last year are good people.
Absolutely.
Everybody is.
It's
that I
certain
entertain with.
situations, yes, just bring you to a point where you know that maintaining the current situation is not going to lead to anybody's mutual growth on either side.
Right.
And
Or if somebody's gonna wind up getting hurt in the
Definitely.
end, you know, that's the main thing I tried to do when I was out there dating, was just be honest and let people
Yes.
know, look, I don't want nothing serious.
Right.
But that's dangerous in itself, because people try to coerce you, or
Definitely.
sometimes people have
People
like
want
that
what they
thought,
want.
I can change that by giving you
Very
something
common thought.
that I can change you by manipulating you. But once you're set until you meet that person. And that's the important thing that I did. Like she said, you have to have a list. I had a list about the next woman that I was gonna get with. You know, I wasn't gonna
I
get.
want to make this point though. I have seen a lot of people that have made a list and they've, been open enough to share it with me, because I have these kind of conversations with people. And it's real good to bounce your list off somebody who knows you really well and that will give you honest feedback. Because quite honestly, I've heard a lot of my friends' lists, and they haven't taken the time to get real enough about themselves to even have considered whether or not what they're even putting on their list is something that they are actually matched with.
Exactly.
If they've even done that work.
Exactly.
Because otherwise, then it remains to be some, fantasy list of some, your Prince Charming, or your, if you're
You
a guy,
gotta be real with yourself.
you have to know, the process is you have to know
Because
yourself first.
I knew myself who you were, and I knew you were waiting on me. I just
Yes.
thought I had to get myself in order to have you, and that's what I was working on. But I winded up again getting
But you have to do that,
stagnant
too.
with distractions. So it's a beautiful thing how God intervened. He was
Always.
like, "You are ready. You just distracted." So when He put us together,
Yeah.
it was such a beautiful connection. It was such a beautiful.
And natural.
There you go. It was such a natural flow. And now that we're together, wait and see, y'all. Wait and see.
It's gonna be fun.
Because we love y'all.
Yes.
And you'll see it through these videos and through
Totally.
our talks and how we interact with you. Please come to class and
Yeah.
please listen. Tell your friends to listen. If anything, we just thankful for everything we have. We thankful for each other. I love you to death,
I
girl.
love you too.
You mine.
I love you too.
And we love
And it'll be
y'all.
better
And
and
we
better and
people
better.
people.
Hang
And
with us.
BMX guys down at Fight College, and we love everybody, and nothing wrong with a boot scoop boogie and little roses, petals, and skittles by the river. Everybody like Duncan Hines.
Your random shout-outs
So,
are rubbing off on my nieces. We'll end that by saying this. That last night, all of these random shout-outs he's doing right now, he's done it to my nieces, and one niece in particular.
What it do then?
Told me last night that she stole your roses and pumpernickel. Used it during cheerleading practice. So
Yeah,
watch what you say around the babies.
apple spices and pumpernickel cake. Everybody like angels. All right then. Much love, and I hope y'all enjoyed our expression session. And
love y'all.
We love y'all. Go DLF and Mama Girl, Papa in,
Oh,
and everybody around the country and the world, and everyone.